Born into a dynasty that claimed descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, the child who would become Haile Selassie was destined to lead, not just as a monarch, but as a living embodiment of Ethiopia's divine and ancient heritage. He was born on July 23, 1892, in the town of Ejersagoro as Tafari Makonnen. His father, Ras Makonnen, was a revered general, diplomat, and cousin to Emperor Menelik II. A man of vision, Ras Makonnen ensured his son was immersed in both traditional Ethiopian education and Western influences. From a young age, Tafari displayed immense intellectual promise. By 14 he was already appointed governor of Sidamo and later Harar. Fluent in Amharic, Ge'ez, Arabic and French, he impressed foreign diplomats with his statesmanship and Ethiopians with his unwavering faith. He cultivated allies through diplomacy and displayed a rare balance of tradition and progress. The death of Emperor Menelik II in 1913 threw the empire into uncertainty. Though Menelik's grandson Lige Iyasu was declared heir, his erratic rule, rejection of Orthodox Christianity, and rumored sympathy for Islam created unease among the nobility. In 1916, the Ethiopian nobility and church removed Iyasu and crowned Menelik's daughter Zuditu as empress. But true power rested with Tafari Makonnen, named Rastafari, and elevated to crown prince and regent plenipotentiary. A delicate power-sharing arrangement ensued, Zuditu representing tradition, Tafari symbolizing reform. Tafari navigated court politics with tact and strategy. He curbed the influence of feudal lords, abolished slavery, opened schools, and championed infrastructure. Internationally, he led Ethiopia into the League of Nations in 1923, the first independent African nation to join, proclaiming Ethiopia's modern credentials to the world. His reforms sparked resistance from conservative aristocrats and even within the palace. Zuditu's loyalists sought to curb his influence. Yet, Tafari survived several assassination plots and court intrigues, carefully building a modern state beneath the empress's ceremonial throne. After Empress Zuditu's death in 1930, Tafari was officially crowned Emperor Haile Selassie I, Power of the Trinity. His coronation was a global spectacle, attended by emissaries from every major power. He declared himself the conquering Lion of Judah, King of Kings, and elect of God, symbols of divine authority and national unity. Emperor Haile Selassie's reign marked a new era for Ethiopia. He introduced the country's first written constitution in 1931, formalizing separation of powers and curbing feudal lords. The capital, Addis Ababa, underwent a massive transformation. New ministries, hospitals, postal services, and railways emerged. Education was a cornerstone of his vision. Girls' schools were established and secular curricula introduced, breaking clerical monopolies. He pushed for industrialization, building factories and introducing new economic institutions like the central bank and national currency. Despite his progress, modernization was uneven. Ethiopia remained largely rural, and powerful aristocrats resisted reform. But Selassie persisted, centralizing power, reducing regional autonomy, and preaching unity through Ethiopian identity. Meanwhile, fascist Italy, under Mussolini, eyed Ethiopia for revenge and colonial conquest. Despite Selassie's modernization and diplomacy, the storm was approaching. In October 1935, Italy launched a brutal invasion. Using banned chemical weapons, modern artillery, and a campaign of terror, they overwhelmed Ethiopian forces, many of whom fought with rifles and spears. Selassie tried to rally his fragmented armies but faced betrayal from within. Some regional lords defected, hoping to preserve their fiefdoms. Others, including the common people, remained loyal. In 1936, Haile Selassie made a historic appeal at the League of Nations. "It is us today. It will be you tomorrow." His plea went largely unanswered, and Italy occupied Ethiopia. Selassie spent 5 years in exile in Bath, England. Far from idle, he coordinated the resistance, published memoirs, lobbied Western powers, and kept the flame of Ethiopian sovereignty alive. In 1941, with the help of British forces and heroic Ethiopian patriots, Selassie triumphantly returned. The Lion of Judah walked once more through the palace gates. He reasserted control, purged collaborators, and launched post-war reconstruction. The constitution was revised in 1955, granting nominal democratic rights while solidifying imperial power. Selassie emerged as a leading voice for African unity. He convened the first Pan-African Conference in Addis Ababa and laid the groundwork for the Organization of African Unity in 1963, earning him the title Father of African Unity. he addressed the United Nations, championing decolonization and African self-determination. His moral voice resonated across continents. By the 1970s, Selassie's glory dimmed. Ethiopia faced severe droughts, famine, and economic stagnation. The rural poor grew restless, and students protested in the streets. Critics accused the emperor of living in opulence while his people starved. His tightly controlled press could not hide the growing discontent. In September 1974, a military junta, the Derg, overthrew the monarchy. Selassie was arrested, and the monarchy abolished. On August 27, 1975, the government announced Haile Selassie had died of natural causes. Many believe he was assassinated, suffocated with a pillow in silence, buried without ceremony. Haile Selassie lives on, not just in history but in faith. The Rastafari movement hails him as the earthly incarnation of God, the Black Messiah who would redeem Africa and its diaspora. In Ethiopia, his legacy is debated. Was he a progressive reformer or an out-of-touch monarch, a unifier or autocrat, a father of Africa or a failed sovereign? Yet few figures shaped modern Africa like Haile Selassie. His speeches echo in the halls of African leadership. His image graces murals and reggae anthems. His vision of unity lives on in the African Union. He once said, "History teaches us that unity is strength." Haile Selassie ruled with crown and scripture. His name, like his dream, will never be forgotten.